Good morning, good day. Hello, how do you do? My name is Marge. Hey, Uncle Wise Clown, welcome to my tube. Kind of a reporter of sorts. I collect a lot of data. Data is information. Information is light. Bling, light bulb idea. I kind of make connections of things that are like really obvious, but people just haven't seen. I bring things down to the lowest common denominator. I'm a clown. I pull from a lot of pop culture, a lot of music. I channel a lot of naturalists, like Luther Burbank and Edgar Casey, a lot of spiritualists I found. And that's all that means is they come into my world, and that's how you know when you're aligned with something. If you come across something and you're like, oh, there's a little spark of interest there. It's a little spark of recognition, and then sometimes that spark will grow, and it'll lead you onto paths of knowing and knowledge that are really quite remarkable. Yeah, to say the least, magical. Yeah. I grew up in Northern California. Had a hard time this year. Reading first, the car fire, and now the home fire. It's in Chico Paradise, and goddamn, my heart just sank. I dipped low. Be mindful of the dip, folks. I also watched a report this morning with the Leo King, and I watch a lot of astrologists because I like to do the comparison. And right now, Jupiter's going into Sagittarius, and there's planetary alignments that have never been to human knowledge in this incarnation or any history relating to this incarnation. But shoot, there's information that has just been lost forever. It's what happens when people don't care to share what they know. Secrets die with them. That's why I freaking hated working in IT. Because you had these little freaking egomaniacs that didn't feel like they have much control over their own lives when they go home, because they're just bossed around and, or they don't have anybody at home and they just play video games all day. Social interaction is very low, so they just don't really care about people. And then you make stuff so they know some little bit of knowledge that was passed on to them for their position, but when they take it with them, when they leave the company, they take it with them, and then you gotta reinvent the wheel, and it's a pain in the ass. So all that secrecy, all that stuff, that's what I'm excited about, what these astrologers' reports are congruently saying. There is continuity in that, and granted their takes are different, because everybody has a different frame of reference. I mean, they're all a little bit different, but the main line is good, has the opportunity to win if people make the choices within themselves. See, that's the thing. I never get really too excited about how things are going to go either way, because we live in a free will universe, and well, look at where the free will has gotten us now. I posted on my Instagram page. Instagram is being funny today. A picture on Third Eye Activist or Ism, whichever. If you want to check it out, Third Eye Activism. So I didn't see anything on the ballot any place in the USA about not spraying crap in our breathing air. I find no bliss in your ignorance. That is not airplane exhaust, pinheads. Anyone else sick of this disorder in the world caused by old, rich, greedy people? I'm freaking sick of it. Stop making money more important than people. Hey, Uncle Wise Clown. Hashtag Hey, Uncle Wise Clown. So, and there's like freaking 4 chemtrails, like in a very small, just out my window, my bedroom window. So, I'm tired of people freaking knowing that things exist, like bureaucratic corruption and all this stuff, and they just freaking let it happen, dude. If you let it happen, if you let stuff happen, if you know that your freaking neighbor is beating the crap out of his wife because he loves her so much or whatever, and you freaking let that happen, you were part of the problem. It's humanity has been replaced by the desire for money. And I make fun of it because it's like freaking people let it happen because we live in a free will universe. So this is what we get because people keep wanting to get what they got because they feel so tiny inside. You have to buy big freaking expensive cars that you drive like, you know, you just have to buy stuff. Oh, I need this. You know what? There's so many people that need freaking homes. So for the land that is being scorned, and God, make tiny communities. Make them communities. Stop displacing them. And make tiny communities. People want to work. People want to contribute to their area and make it better. People want to be warm. I freaking left my window open last night. The temperature was the same outside as inside. I didn't even figure it out until they ate this morning at like 5. And oh man, I just laid there and I was just like, there's so many people out there that don't have blankets or 3 dogs to keep them warm or dogs to keep them warm. It's getting cold here and I'm ready to head south. Be closer to family and community because nobody can live and survive in this life alone. Nobody can do it, and there's so many people that don't have anybody. I just see all these older people in these communities, bring them in. You know, I mean, you just have like 5, 6 like houses, you know, with people just hanging out and like, oh, want some soup? Yeah, I want some soup. You want some hot tea? I was gonna make some tea. It's just like the Big Bang Theory and like little communities everywhere. Put the resources into that. God, it can be done. People just don't want to do it. They just don't feel like it. The stuff that make people can dream about and make happen is just amazing. And it just is so weird that with all this ability for creation, year after year, generation after generation, and never, ever, ever has a civilized society ever prospered in the direction that it could. Never. There is a silver lining in all of the desperation that people are meeting in time right now. There's more catastrophe. Even Southern California, that one was predicted because of the Santa Ana winds and the drive conditions. These conditions, it's alchemy. And when you get so much imbalance, that area, Los Angeles, you are so rich and you have so many homeless. When it gets that off balance, it creates a spark, an ignition. That's when change happens. People every day have the opportunity to help make other people's lives better. They just choose not to because they close themselves off. Because why? You give of yourself, does that make less of you? For you? I happen to believe in the service before self mentality. And then, I mean, I just do. And people have made fun of me for that. People have. You always put people before yourself. Oh, I'm sorry. Thought you were supposed to treat people how you wanted to be treated, and I really just want to be treated with kindness, dignity, and respect, so that's what I try to do. My internal clock is so off. I just feel so off today, and I know it's the constellations. It's so funny. One other note I want to make about constellations. I can't remember the man's name. He made mention that all the planets are on half. Like you have the Earth, it's round, you cut it in half. Well, all of the planets are on one side of the Earth right now. All of them. There are things happening that, like I said, have never been. Anyway, so I was going to start that. With all of the... what was I saying? I was going to end with that. So what's happening is people are having a choice. That's what's it's people. The good are getting good, and the bad are getting worse. But I have a lot of hope that there are people that have been low vibrational frequency that are changing their tune. They're changed because if we don't change, if we can't change, I believe that there's freaking some bad people that are getting better. It's all which way you point your light, towards the positive or the dark. Greed. Click likes chairs. I just know that things are changing. I know which way I'm going to keep going. I've been steadfast on doing the right thing. I always have. I've left a little bread trail of crumbs of evidence, supporting those facts. So these aren't just words that I say, they can be verified. I have proof. So hope you have a rad day. Peace.